Oh, Tempora. Oh, Mores. By Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, times. Oh, manners. It is my opinion that you are changing sadly your dominion. I mean the reign of manners hath long ceased, for men have none at all, or bad at least. And as for times, all hote is said by many, the good old times were far the worst of any, of which sound doctrine I'll believe each tittle, yet still I think these worse than them a little. I've been a-thinking, isn't that the phrase? I like your Yankee words and Yankee ways. I've been a-thinking whether it were best to take things seriously or all in jest. Whether, with grim Heraclitus of yore, to weep, as he did, till his eyes were sore, or rather laugh with him, that queer philosopher, Democritus of Thrace, who used to toss over the page of life and grin at the dog ears, as though he'd say, why, who the devil cares? This is a question which, O heaven, withdraw the luckless query from a member's claw. Instead of 2 sides, Bob has nearly 8, each fit to furnish forth for hours' debate. What shall be done? I'll lay it on the table, and take the matter up when I'm more able. And in the meantime, to prevent all bother, I'll neither laugh with one, nor cry with t'other, nor deal in flattery or aspersions foul, but, taking one by each hand, merely growl. Ah, growl, say you, my friend, and pray at what? Why, really, sir, I almost had forgot. But, damn it, sir, I deem it a disgrace that things should stare us boldly in the face, and daily strut the street with bows and scrapes. Who would be men by imitating apes? I beg your pardon, reader, for the oath. The monkeys make me swear, though something laugh. I'm apt to be discursive in my style, but pray be patient, yet a little while will change me, and as politicians do, I'll mend my manners and my measures too. Of all the cities, and I've seen no few, for I have travelled, friend, as well as you, I don't remember one, upon my soul, but take it generally upon the whole, as members say they like their logic taken, because divided, it may chance be shaken. So pat, agreeable and vastly proper, as this for a neat, frisky counter-hopper. Here he may revel to his heart's content, flounce like a fish in his own element, toss back his fine curls from their forehead fair, and hop or counters with a Vesta's air, complete at night what he began AM, and having cheated ladies, dance with them. For, at a ball, what fair one can escape the pretty little hand that sold her tape, or who so cold, so callous to refuse the youth who cut the ribbon for her shoes? One of these fish, par excellence the beau. God help me, it has been my lot to know, at least by sight, for I'm a timid man, and always keep from laughing, if I can. But speak to him, he'll make you such grimace. Lord, to be grave exceeds the power of face. The hearts of all the ladies are with him, their bright eyes on his Tom and Jerry brim, and dovetailed coat, obtained at cost. While then, those eyes won't turn on anything like men. His very voice is musical delight. His form, once seen, becomes a part of sight. In short, his shirt collar, his look, his tone is the beau ideal fancied for Adonis. Philosophers have often held dispute as to the seat of thought in man and brute, for that the power of thought attends the latter. My friend, the bow, hath made a settled matter, and spite of all dogmas, current in all ages, one settled fact is better than 10 sages. For he does think, though I am oft in doubt, if I can tell exactly what about. Ah, yes, his little foot and ankle trim, 'tis there the seat of reason lies in him. A wise philosopher would shake his head. He then, of course, must shake his foot instead. At me, in vengeance, shall that foot be shaken. Another proof of thought, I'm not mistaken, because to his cat's eyes I hold a glass, and let him see himself a proper ass. I think he'll take this likeness to himself, but if he won't, he shall, a stupid elf. And, lest the guessing throw the fool in fits, I close the portrait with the name of Pitts.
Jacked up, cracked up, smacked across my face. to me, to a world devoid of sanity. Another time and another place, and that the volume was grave calamity. Rip and wing in the skies, and you will realize that you're blind. The truth is sickening, we don't need to change that really. I kind of like it ugly. Leave and make it binding, seething, blinding, screaming. Wow.
Down at the station. Adrenaline, 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 adrenaline keeps pumping. Pump it. Giving me leeway, get out of Dodge, start off the freeway. Pull over to the payphone, I'm gonna see if my lady's home. She said, come on, daddy's gone. Ah, it's on. Check it out, about 20 minutes later, I was getting it good, but it's about to get greater. When I was rocking, somebody came knocking. Through the door, I could hear a man talking. Open up, it's the police. And just when I was about to release, he kicked in the door and pulled a gun out. It was time for me to run out. I kept going and I did not stop, because my girlie never told me that her daddy was a cop. Adrenaline, adrenaline, adrenaline keeps pumping. Adrenaline, adrenaline, adrenaline keeps pumping.
the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. You won't justify and rationalize. You're killing in the name of God or God. Cowards and cruel, surrounded by liars, killers and haters. Cowards and cruel, surrounded by liars, killers and haters. Cowards and cruel, surrounded by liars, killers and haters. Cowards and crooks, I'm surrounded by filth.
If I was beautiful like you, all the things I would do, those not so blessed would be crying out murder, and I just laugh and get away with it too, like you do. If I was beautiful like you, I would never be at fault. I walk in the rain between the raindrops, bringing traffic to a halt. But that would never be. That would never be. 'Cause I'm not beautiful like you.
I'm beautiful like me. Beautiful like me.
If I was beautiful like you, I'd be quick to assume they do anything to please me. Why not? I see the reaction when you walk into the room. But that will never be. That will never be. 'Cause I'm not beautiful like you.
I'm beautiful like me. Beautiful like me.
If I was beautiful like you, I'd have so many friends, all fighting for my time to be next in line. So if I hurt one, I wouldn't have to make amends. That would never be. That would never be. 'Cause I'm not beautiful like you. I'm not beautiful like you. I'm not beautiful like you.
I'm beautiful like me. Beautiful like me. Beautiful like me. I'm beautiful like me. I'm beautiful like me.